guess what? It's me, it's Heather, and it's time for a video that's a little different. I don't even know where to begin with this. I started a project a while ago because you probably heard that I'm kind of a pack rat. I'm sure I've said that before, but I get sentimental over things really easily. So I have boxes of stuff from like my childhood that I've been going through and recording like what's in the boxes so that I could get rid of some of it. So, but you know, so I have what's in the boxes like on video so I can watch it back and be like, oh yeah, I remember that thing that if I had kept it, it would be sitting in a box and I wouldn't be doing anything with it. But now I have the memory of it on video and I could give it away or do whatever with it. I was recording them for a while and I was thinking of sharing them as like maybe, I don't know, like Patreon or coffee videos or something one day. They're not like super personal, but putting them here with the rest of my gaming videos, I feel like, I don't know, they would be too much of a disconnect maybe. But I kind of do want to put this one up just because it's gonna be stupid and goofy as hell. In those boxes with the stuff that I was recording, and this was like 2016, 2017, or 2018 I was recording these. And I've done a couple more recent ones when I found stuff, but I haven't really done one of these in a while, so this one is gonna be, I'm a little rusty on sharing things, but I found a whole stack of journals and yeah, I found a whole stack of these, and one of them that I wanted to share today was this one. You can't really see what I've done on the front with a Sharpie. I've scribbled all over it, but like it has the we just played Riven a little bit ago. It has the number for 9, and then it has all these goofy like. It has like my AOL screen names on it in black Sharpie on a black cover because you know you can see that. It also has every ridiculous name I could think of. I made like a little like my I had when I was younger there was like, remember I told you, did I ever mention I went in like the AOL chat rooms for Myst? I feel like I mentioned it at some point. Yeah, I feel like I did. But I went in the AOL chat rooms and like we would roleplay in there and my character was named Kiriana. It was like Kiri''Ana. So I have that name on here, and then I have the full name of one of my Vampire the Masquerade characters from 7th grade, of Valdephoria. What the fuck is that? It's like I put a bunch of letters. Her nickname was Ava. I put a bunch of letters into a word scramble and got that. And I was like, that sounds so cool. A Valdephoria? What the hell kind of weird drug name? So I have Kiriana written here, of Valdephoria, Deveralia, because I thought that sounded cool. Azura, Gemnesme, Knight, spelled N-Y-T-E. On the back, I have Radiohead, Placebo, Stabbing Westward, Nine Inch Nails, Orgy, and Korn. And ew, I Heart, and then the initials of the guy I had a crush on in high school. Oh, but then there's other ones that say like, I love so-and-so, and then I cross those out. What do those say? I can't read those. Damn. Okay. So anyways, I marked off some pages in here because this was, wait for it, my sketchbook. I'm letting that settle because the date in here's 4/18/99. Here's my little title page. Dark Knight, N-Y-T-E. Night Gallery, but why didn't I spell Night Gallery with N-Y-T-E? I don't fucking know. So, like a bunch, it was like a sketchbook and like notebook I sort of had. There's stick figures of people in school I didn't like. Here's my name in Spanish class was Ava because we each had to pick like a name from like a Spanish name list, and mine was Ava. And I drew this. I guess this was my Vampire the Masquerade character. Look how long her neck is, and like she has necklaces at different. I wore in high school. I wore a ring on every finger, thumbs included, and like 7 necklaces. Every day I would sit and put them all on before I went to school. If I could find a photo, I'll show you. Here's a pig my sister drew that's really cute. She did some Star Wars stick figures. This was right before, it was only a month before Phantom Menace came out. So I'm kind of pissed. I got through this whole book and then realized I wasn't recording anymore and couldn't figure out why. Apparently when I went to change the light to put the better light on so I could show the Jabba the Hutt that I'm about to show you, it stopped recording. So now I gotta go through the whole fucking book again. Cool. Anyways, look at Jabba the Hutt. I love him. So now I gotta go through this whole thing again. Hopefully I can remember everything I talked about. Probably not. Here's a fan art of Harry Mason. I don't even know if I talked about my pencil yet. My mom showed me what like a charcoal pencil was and the fact that you could like smear it with a little stick, and then I went crazy. So you're gonna see a lot of that. I went berserk with that. I was really into Persona, if you couldn't tell. So here's the first Persona, like the logo and all the names of the characters, and then some quotes, and then I dreamt I was a butterfly quote, and you can see I went to town with the smeary pencil again. Here's, I'm gonna cover, well, I mean, that's a spoiler. And there's Sybil, and she has the smeary pencil also. Because everything does now. I love to do this thing where I would go in and write down everything I liked for some reason. Don't know why I did it, but I did it a lot. So this one we have Star Wars Myst, Persona, Sailor Moon, Silent Hill, The Matrix, Vampire the Masquerade, Phantasmagoria, Final Fantasy VII, X-Files, Raiden, which was the AOL Fantasy role-playing chat room. And then we have WCW, because I watched WCW, but only WCW. I did not watch WWF. I only watched WCW. New fact about me, just new Hextera lore just dropped. Sorry, I guess my name on here is not, my name on like most social media is Hextera. I guess Jobot lore would be me and Nate lore. So that was Hextera lore. That's why I specifically said that. Here's Persona fan art again, and my favorite part is that you can tell with the main character, I like looked at someone's drawing of something and was like trying to make it look the same. And then with all the other characters, it's just like face, eyes, hair. And I put Chris in the middle because he was my favorite, even though he is not the main character. Here's some Matrix stick figures and some Silent Hill quotes from the first game. I don't know, dude. Here's where I started another Persona drawing. I just got Brad and then gave up, I guess. Though, oh, the other thing I mentioned, I forgot to mention when I was looking at this page, because I talked about this in the video that wasn't recording. This other thing on here, it says Towns and Blood Love. Now, Blood Love, what a name, was a story I was writing in 8th grade. And I had like a notebook that I would bring to school with it. People in my class, there were like 7 or 8 people in my class, like my friends, that would be like, let me see what you've written since last time I read it. And they read this story and they were like, can I be a character in this story? Can you make a character based off me? So I had like a bunch of characters in the story based off my friends because they wanted to be in it. But like every week I'd go to class and they'd be like, let me read what you've written this week. And it was so, it warmed my heart so much because I read that story back now and I'm like, what the fuck? It's a quintessential 8th grade, like, I mean, insert of all of us. But, you know, it was fun to write then, and it was fun to have people who were excited to read it. Like, it was really nice, and they'd be like, maybe you should do this or this. Not like telling me plot-wise what to do, but like constructive criticism. It was really nice. And, you know, we would like talk about stuff in the story that I could do, and they would give me ideas and they would help me with stuff. And it was just really nice to have these people who were so excited to read something I wrote, because I never like things I write. So that was cool. I do this thing a lot in this book where I'm like, here's a small picture of a face. And then I go to the next page. Here's my, because everyone had one, their own Sailor Scout. Mine is Sailor Dusk. She's basically Sailor Mars with a blue and black color palette. Yep. Here's more Persona stuff, this time stick figures. Look at Nate. He's so cute. I was obsessed completely. Let's see what else is in here. Here's like a picture I started drawing of Ellen from Persona, and you can see like I focused on the face, and then I was like doing her, like I got to the body, and I made her hands like very small and joined so I didn't have to draw hands. But then I got down to her feet, and I was like, and I just stopped and scribbled them out. Yep. Here's a picture I was gonna do. What's great, the detail on this is great. Hold on. I was gonna have the main character, the 4 guys, and then the 4 girls over here, and then you can see I never finished it. But you can see, the best is that you can see I was looking at the cover of Persona to try to like draw him correctly the way he is on the cover, and you can see how many times I erased him. Also, do you like how they all have their hands behind their backs? Except for Mark, I had to try to draw a hand, and it did not work out. Surprise. Okay. I just recorded the last part of this book, and I mean, I didn't record it, but I just went through the last part of this book, and I forgot about this drawing because I blocked it out of my brain right when I went away from it, and I have to talk about it again, and I did not want to talk about it anymore ever. So, there's this drawing, right? Probably of another Vampire the Masquerade character or something. I did it with a Sharpie. Not sure what was going on. There's like 5 pages of just like Sharpie attempts in here. Why the hell? I don't know. But here I said I screwed up the hand, so I just lopped it off because I didn't like this hand. Honey, this one isn't great either. Just saying. But you tried. So I just like scribbled it out. But like, okay. And you see I cut it off at the feet so I wouldn't have to draw feet. But the best part of this is what I wrote on the page next to it. Dramatic reading time. Ack, asterisk, falls over, asterisk. I hate this. It's ugly, ... You know, I can probably do better, asterisk. Shruggies, asterisk. Maybe not. If there's ever anything that, like, I look back on stuff I did and I cringe, you know? But turning a page and seeing this, ack, oh, I hate it, it's ugly, you know, I can probably do better. Shut the fuck up. Like, you're allowed to be cringe, young Heather, but this? XD random! Oh. Anyways, I don't want to revisit that again, so you better be recording. Here's a fan art from The Stand, because I was reading The Stand by Stephen King. Captain Trips is the name, well, it's one of the names they give the virus, right? Here's another Vampire the Masquerade goth girl. Here's another Stand fan art. Random pages with quotes that don't make any sense. Don't know what they're from. Here's another picture of Ellen because I love her from Persona. Her name is Eriko in the... Did they keep... No, I think they did actually. When Persona 2 was released over here, it was still Ellen and Nate. You like how I draw it? And I'm like, yay, Ellen! Pretty messed up though. Let yourself have a drawing you like, okay? I say as I bitch about my writing and my drawing and my scribbles in here. I drew a concept for a Persona fan art where I was like, ooh, they're going to be in a hallway and there's going to be perspective and there's going to be cards on the ground, and I never drew the picture. Because, you know, I was very proud of this picture, and this was because, like, I looked at an anime profile, an anime side profile, and I, and I like tried to draw it while I was looking at the anime side profile, so you can see like where I erased her nose 1,000 times. But again, it's Ellen from Persona, and I wrote, this goes on webpage because I was so proud of it, and that was when I was like starting to like hand code websites in Notepad, and I was like, I have to put this on my art section on my webpage. Another Vampire the Masquerade. I don't know. Here's where I started making a long walk soundtrack. Like I was listing songs that I thought would be on a long walk soundtrack. By the way, I don't know if I've said anything in any of the videos about the movie yet, but it was really good. I'm surprised at how much dialogue from the movie was lifted from the book. That was nice. I was surprised. A+. But the movie's really good. Do you know how long I've been waiting for a movie of that book? Forever. For at least 25 years, because here's a long walk fan art from 1999. It's very depressing though. I mean, the book's depressing, so no surprise, but still. Here's another random face with cool rainbow hair though. I kind of love it. I did another one of these. So what's on this one? What's on this one, you ask? Mist-Riven Persona, Final Fantasy 7 and 8, Silent Hill, Sailor Moon, Matrix, X-Files, Shivers 1 and 2, Phantasmagoria, Omicron, and Sanitarium, which I just... Well, right now I'm in the middle of posting it. I have no idea when this video is going to go up, so I don't know in relation to, Oh, and then we're just empty after that. I don't know in relation to this video being posted... But right now, I'm posting Sanitarium. I'm posting and editing Sanitarium. I think the first... Actually, I don't think any of the parts are up yet. There's 3 parts scheduled. I'm very ahead of the schedule right now. Like, since I've bumped it to videos mostly on even days, I think it's the 7th of October right now, and I have up through the 30th scheduled. So I have 12 videos scheduled right now. But 3 of those are the first 3 parts of Sanitarium. Okay, next is this journal that I barely wrote anything in. Let's see what's in here. First, let's take a little field trip around the front and back of it. We have a Jack Torrance sticker from The Shining, and a Wishbone sticker, the dog. Remember the show Wishbone? James from Team Rocket. And then here we have a little, what was his name? Was it Caro? The little bear from Cardcaptor. A sticker with him on it. I have a little astronaut from somewhere. I also have a Shinra sticker. The top from my Persona 2 game, like the thing that kept the game sealed. I have that. On the back I have the Final Fantasy 9 thing that kept the game sealed. I have some Final Fantasy 7 stickers, a Yum sticker, another Wishbone sticker, a Tigger, and a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sticker, which pisses me off because I am so precious with my stickers now. I'll be like, I can't put stickers anywhere because what if I find a better place for them? And I put this sticker on here thinking like, ooh, I'm gonna fill out this whole journal. There's gonna be so much in this journal. There's jack shit in this journal. And this sticker is on here forever. I mean, I guess I could keep using it, but do you know how many books I have? You know how many like journals I have? And my Persona 2, and I wonder if I can like get these off somehow and put them in like my art book. Oh, the nails. You helped me there. This is just Scotch tape. Hold on. You're helping me do this, you guys. I tore the Shinra sticker, but now I can put that in my art journal. Yay. Maybe I'll give you a tour of my art journal one day. Let me show you the front real quick. Just real quick so you can see. Like, I always have papers and stuff I like to keep just because they remind me of things or, like, they're cute or whatever. And so my sister was like, you should just start a journal where you just stick a bunch of stuff you want to keep but don't know where to put. So I'll give you a tour of that one day, but that's where I stick a bunch of papers and that's where I can put my Persona thing. So I wonder if I could get this off too. Maybe I'll try. But anyways, oh, here's my, oh my god. Look what's in here. Can I get that out? I require that in my art journal. I have a Nate from Persona 2 quote, danger lies next to security. Another Persona quote, a Fight Club quote. I've never even seen that whole fucking movie. Stop trying to be cool. I have some emo little poem in here. The best part is I didn't like a part of it, so I whited it out. There's a butterfly sticker, and I wrote, I dreamt I was a butterfly. I wrote 2 more Persona quotes here. Here's my friend and I from, when did I start this journal? I didn't put a date in here. Well, it has the Final Fantasy IX thing in it, so it's probably around the day that, it's probably around the time that came out. Here's a picture of my friend and I at the Renaissance Festival. We did the little picture thing. I wonder how she's doing now. She was like my best friend in 8th grade. She was one of my Vampire the Masquerade friends. We didn't like actually play. I still have to make a video about that. I still have to make a video. I have a whole stack of stuff downstairs that will delve into that. I think I've mentioned it, but I might have mentioned it in my box videos. I've probably never mentioned it on normal game videos. But remember I mentioned you'll be able, I know I have better pictures, but down here, I'm wearing a ring on every finger. At the Ren Fair. So, yeah, I need to make a video on all the Vampire the Masquerade drama and shit that happened in our school. Here are all the lyrics, the whole song of Paper Cut by Linkin Park. So wait, that was that 99 or 2000? Shit, that still doesn't help me. I like that on this page I wrote "Let's Face It" in nail polish, and then at the bottom I wrote "You Suck." Cool. Do you want to talk about emo shit? Here, in every colored pen I had, I wrote "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy." And on this page I wrote, "Could you please open a window and push me out?" I guess I was having a bad day at school or something. Here's a whole page of Kiro from Cardcaptor Sakura. I wrote down one of my dreams and it was stupid as hell. But it was, we have a date finally, January 6, 2001. Oh, and I can tell exactly the time frame because here I wrote down, "All your baser belong to us." Fuck my writer's block, spelled P-H-U-C-K, just in case my mom found it. Ew, shit about my high school crush. He says that he eats toast in the morning. He says it's toasty. Man, shut the fuck up. So yeah, then I just stopped writing, and then on a random page later, I put a picture of Mr. Jellybelly, and I wrote "He loves me" on it. Don't fucking know. I guess that was just gonna be like a surprise for later. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I guess that'll do it for now. I know this is a little different than normal, and I apologize, but I was like, you know what? This could be amusing, so I decided to do it. I decided to try it out. There's more, so there may be more videos at some point later. But for now, I hope you're having a great everything, and I will see you in whatever the next video is. Bye!